So before that song I was talking about the difficulty that some of us may have had as Christians this week in answering the question, if we have such a loving, caring God who only wants the best for us, how do we explain the deaths of 100,000 people in this country from COVID-19? And without wanting to sound like I was simply sort of brushing it under the carpet, the bottom line is we don't know. Though in some cases human nature to ignore simple rules has no doubt played some part. For goodness sake, wear a mask, social distance, wash your hands. It's not rocket science, is it? I also alluded to the fact though that while losing someone we love, whether it be to COVID or something else, is devastating, of course it is, we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that there's so much else we can be grateful for. As you probably know by now, I was made redundant back in August, and while I appreciate that losing your job is not the same as losing someone you love, at the time for me it was as if the world had ended. Everything that I'd spent the previous 25 years working towards and kind of building up was taken away from me in a matter of weeks. I felt bitter, I felt sad, angry, let down, and probably most of all, if I'm being totally honest, worried about how I was going to pay the bills. Since then though, as you know, I've done a few different things, a bit of what I was doing before. I've also been doing some Amazon deliveries and of course conducting funeral services. Now though, through January, while I've been blessed with enough work to cover bills, I have to be honest with you, my February diary was looking a little sparse. In fact, the only thing in it was my birthday, which, in case you're wondering, is the 21st, in case you need to note that down. So, as I was driving to work on Monday, praying as you do, I have to admit, I did selfish pray. You know, like we were talking about last week. I told God that I was worried about my lack of work in February, but I trusted Him to look after us as a family. Now, when I finished the prayer, I put some music on, and the first song to come on was Raise a Hallelujah. And I kid you not, within 15 seconds of the song starting, my phone rang with a booking. I don't mind admitting that even as a grown bloke, I began to cry. That's weird, isn't it? I know it doesn't always work like that. I know that. But that can't be coincidence, can it? Our God is greater than anything we could ever imagine. And by definition, that means if we can't imagine it, there are bound to be bits that we don't understand. But let's keep a tight hold of the stuff that we do understand and be grateful for everything that we have. We're going to sing again now, and then in a moment Craig Rochelle from Life Church will be back with part 2 of our series looking at how we can draw closer to God and focus more on what He wants in our lives.